Homework 10, section 5.3, independent events and the multiplication rule, video 9. In the last video, we looked at sampling with replacement about playing 3 songs in a row on my iPhone, and based on the contents of my iPhone, which was actually the contents of the music on my iPhone, we calculated the probability of getting 3 Weird Al Yankovic songs in a row. It was only 1.5%, but we also calculated the probability of getting no Weird Al Yankovic songs, 3 songs in a row, and it was 42.80%. And at the end of that video, I ended with the question, well, what's the probability we get at least 1 Weird Al Yankovic song? There is a special way to do the probability of at least one of something occurring, and the trick is to use complements. It's not really a trick, but it kind of is. What is the complement of at least one song is by Weird Al Yankovic? That should not be a question mark. That should be a closed quotation mark to close that one. And the verb is to answer the question. The complement of at least one song is by Weird Al. So let's think about this. Let's say that I'm going to play you some music and I tell you in advance at least one of them is by Weird Al. And then all the music plays, and at the end you walked up to me and said, "You lied." Really? Why? What happened? Because you said at least one of them was by Weird Al, and when you played them all, none of them were. That's the complement of at least one. So the complement of at least one song is by Weird Al Yankovic is none are by Weird Al Yankovic. Now, why focus on complements? Because previously we established a formula for the probability of a complement, or the probability of an event related to its complement. The probability of the complement of an event is 1 minus the probability of the event, or equivalently, the sum of the probability of an event and the probability of its complement must equal 1. So how can we use this to our advantage? Well, here's how. To calculate the probability that at least one is, we'll say W, then that's going to be 1 minus the probability of its complement. And the complement of at least one of them is W, is none are W. None are by Weird Al Yankovic. But in the previous video, we calculated that the probability that none of the 3 songs were Weird Al Yankovic is 0.4280. Well, I had written 42.80%, but that's the decimal. And so if I subtract, I get 0.5720, or 57.20%. Which means that if I play 3 songs randomly in a row on my iPhone, there's a 57.20% chance that at least one of them is by Weird Al Yankovic, because it was a 42.80% chance that none of them would be, and those events are complements. So in your homework, when you see probability questions that ask you what's the probability of at least one of this or at least one of that, it's easier to figure out the probability that none of them are, and then just subtract it from 1.